I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. Just I'm a player, a boss player, and if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. Cause I'm a player, boss player, and if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider.
What's going on, Real Raiders podcast? I'm your host, Victor Freeze. I'm here with two people today. I'm here with the one and only.
Mariano, man. You know how we come.
Well, who
And
else we got with us, man?
we also got a big guest, man. He's the big homie. This is our D Jax, if you didn't know already. All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Man, Dylan Jackson. Just happy to be here. Time Raider fan. Long time friend of these guys. Back to the Bethel days, Jackie Jack style.
That's right.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mariano, let us know what we got on the slate today, man.
Yeah, so we got a couple things. Obviously, we do the news and notes of the week like we do every week. We're going to follow up with a recap of the Titans, and then we're going to end it with the preview of the Saints game. All right, so
Recap of the Texans.
Recap of the Texans, my bad. Recap of the Texans, and then a preview of the Saints game. There
Yes, sir. All right, we're going to let the guest of honor kick off the news and notes of the week, bro. Go ahead, Dylan.
All right. I guess we got first things first. We got Waller coming back. Finally. I think that's obviously, it's obviously big for us. I think, at least my personal opinion lately, I think a lot of us might even say the same thing. Is I don't feel like he's been as driven lately.
Yeah.
I don't know if he feels content. He's got his money.
And I looked up
something which kind of blew my mind. He's 30 years old. You know what I mean? Like he's 30. You know what I mean? Which is young. I mean, hopefully he's young. I'm almost 30.
We all are, man.
But I don't know. I just feel like he's kind of content. And, like you see some players like I haven't seen him fight for a ball in 2 years, like put his body out there for a ball. And, so I don't know. It's just I hope he comes back with that fire.
Yeah, I mean, he's been dealing with that hamstring injury since like last season, right? So we just seen he hasn't been on the field much. We talk about this all the time. Those hamstring injuries are no joke. The soft tissue injuries. So hopefully, I feel like it's just the injury that's holding him back. I don't want to let the money get to his head, but we need Waller, especially if we want to make this run to the playoffs because it's a long road ahead of us. So,
right.
Yeah, Mariano, you want to go ahead and hit him with the next one?
Yeah, so there was an illness this week that ran through the team. I don't know if we're having like COVID flashbacks or whatnot, but whatever it was, it seems like it was contagious because we had Tay out, Abrams, Bowers, and Klee. They all missed practice today.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting, man. See who's going to be good to go this Sunday, and it's an early game, away game.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're all good to go, man.
Yeah, hopefully they just ate like the wrong burrito or something,
Right.
Yeah,
or taking them cheap Ubers, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next one. The Raiders have inquired about right tackle Jack Conklin from the Browns. That would be huge, man. That would solidify the right side of our line. We've been in a limbo. Munford has been playing well as of lately. I like the way he's been playing the right tackle spot, but this is an all-pro player over here, man. Jack Conklin. I saw a stat in 6 years he's given up something like less than 10 sacks on the right side of that line. So this man is an elite player. I was watching Sanjeev break down some film of him. He does stuff that none of our linemen can do right now. I mean, probably Colin Miller can, but this guy's elite, man, and that'd be huge. But what are we going to give up for him is the thing if we do. And are the Browns willing to give him up too? That's to be seen, but I would love this move.
Yeah, I'll co-sign that. I mean, any offensive line help would be great, even though as of late the Raiders have been playing extremely well, I think, in my opinion, on the offensive line. So I'll co-sign. Fuck it. More talent.
Yeah.
Obviously on paper it looks amazing, and it probably would be, it would probably work. Most likely would work. But I just think with one thing that we had is early, which was I'm sure all Raider fans were good annoyed by this, was that constant rotation.
Yeah.
And now we like the last few games we've kind of solidified that. The communication seems good. We got some younger guys. Guys are playing, so I feel like adding something and trying to throw into something that's going good. You know what I mean? Like you remember Andre James last year started off real bad.
Yeah.
We were like, oh God, Rodney Hudson, please come back.
Right.
Oh my God, every game I'm like, who is this one? But it clicked. And he started to dominate and play really well. And I thought, and communication is a big thing amongst the line. So I think right now, like, would I be disappointed if we got him? No, but I won't be disappointed if we don't.
Yeah, makes sense. You know, a bigger piece would be someone on the defensive line. I think that'd be a bigger to trade for someone.
Corner.
Yeah, that'd be nice because we're thin at corner right now.
Yeah.
You want to move on to the next one, Dylan?
Yeah, so we got a few guys limited in practice. Quite a few guys. Got Jayon Brown, we got DC, Illuminor, Mac Hollins, Jacobs, Renfro, DJ Turner, and Waller, obviously. To me, that's not limited at this point on a Tuesday, on Wednesday.
Veterans
Especially
rest.
with a lot of these guys, a lot of these guys being vets. I don't really remember too many guys in the game being hobbled too much, other than that Derek Carr early, but he came back after one play. Luminor, I saw him limping at one point in the game, but he's been kind of banged up all year, but he seems pretty tough.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that's just making sure guys, especially because Renfro just coming off of one.
Yeah.
JJ's been running the ball every other play, which I'm happy, thank God. But he definitely needs a rest, and Turner might have had something I didn't see.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a bunch of rest days. I think the one to monitor is definitely Waller and Hollins and Renfro. You know, they've been dealing with some nagging injuries, so we'll see how that goes. But hopefully everyone's ready to rock, man. Divine Diablo did not participate today, too, by the way. Forgot to add that one in there.
He plays almost every snap for us.
Yeah.
He doesn't play great, but he's out there.
And I don't have very much confidence in Blake Martinez. That boy was getting shook left and right last week. Bro, I was excited about that and everything.
Yeah,
Me too.
He's definitely lost a step in coverage for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. When guys are not on a team, they're not on a team for a reason.
Yeah,
right.
That's facts.
Like, he don't have off the field issues. So why are you not on the team?
Yeah.
Maybe because,
because he lost lost a step or two.
But first game playing middle linebacker, we'll see.
Right.
Definitely. Hit him with the next one, Mariano.
Yeah. Jonathan Hankins. Big Hank is gone. He's gone to the Cowboys. So I think that the biggest thing is that they have confidence in Neil Farrell Jr. now moving forward. Patrick Graham talked about it earlier yesterday, I want to say, or today.
Mm-hmm.
He was just saying how he's been stepping up in practice, and everything that they do is practice influence, right? So if they're making plays in practice and moving forward, and he got majority of the snaps in the last game against Houston, and he continues to improve, they're going to go with the younger dude.
For sure.
Especially with he's a vet. He's making more than the minimum. So if there's an opportunity to move on, and who knows, maybe the draft capital that they got is going to lead to another trade.
Yeah, another late round gem, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hankins hasn't been getting that much burn either. I know he was a healthy scratch a game or two ago, too. So
yeah. I seen he played 17 snaps against the Texans last week, and then was a healthy scratch against the Chiefs.
Yeah, he doesn't fit the system. The system seems to need like speedy little D tackles up there, and I don't think he fits Patrick Graham's mold. So, Cowboys got a good run stuffer over there.
Yeah.
Right. And their defense is lacking in the middle. And again, as you said, Hankins about 31, maybe 32, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We didn't draft the guys for no reason.
Right.
We drafted them late, so again, they're on those. Probably both of them combined don't make what Hankins makes right now. So we got to get them on the field. You know what I mean? They said it's like if we're not playing, we got a 6th-round pick for a guy we don't even play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a pretty good pick. And Hankins is pretty much a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? He might get a tackle for loss every other game.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get moved too much, which is great. But I mean, I think like you said, with us kind of running like that, not to the extreme, but I mean, it could be with the edge rushers we have in Crosby and Jones, kind of running what the Giants used to run. I forgot that
The
lineup
NASCAR?
was called. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wide nine.
Run, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you pretty much have Farrell is a defensive end, but he plays defensive tackle now. He's gotten bigger. Every year he's gotten bigger. I think he's about at like dang near 285 now. He's huge. I mean, I've seen him. His arms are ginormous. You know what I mean? And that's why guys like Petco has kept getting cut, because it's like you don't really fit. You're not fast enough. So what you say makes sense. And again, we got Farrell, who I think, man, can be a really, like, if he's your backup pass rusher or your second inside guy, you're winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's been getting definitely better since it's abysmal start to his career.
Right. There's too much expectations.
Yeah.
If he was drafted in the 3rd round, we'd be like, he's great.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. All right, we're gonna kick it off and we're gonna recap the Texans game. So
You want to talk about trade targets first?
oh my bad, you're right. I'm slipping. I forgot
That's
to
right.
add that on my notes. All right, yeah.
Come on, host.
You started. You go. You go first.
Trade targets. Trade targets. You know, I don't know if I want to give up capital. That's the thing, because we already gave up capital for Tay, so I don't know.
Right. I mean, we have a 1st-round pick this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this upcoming year we have a 1st-round pick.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I mean, but thing is too is that like, go ahead, Mark.
No, I was just gonna say that like I could see them going after these teams that are clearly selling off their team like fire right now, right? Like Carolina Panthers, they're dumping everything, dude. So if I were to just look at the teams that are basically willing to get rid of their players, a player that I would love to see, which would probably never happen, would be J.C. Horn, right? As a DB,
right.
that'd be dope, man. J.C. Horn. I would even take Jackson, honestly. A cover corner that can basically, cover at least a quarter of the field.
Stars.
I know. I know. Or Brian Burns, man, come on. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, they just denied 2 1st-round picks for bro.
Yeah, they don't want to let him go.
Yeah, Derek Brown.
drafted-
I'll take Derek Brown too. Come on.
Right.
Defensive tackle. That would be amazing, man.
Yeah,
Who do you think we can get?
a defensive tackle would be nice, but like all the good ones, no one wants to let go. No one wants to let go of the Christian Barmores. No one wants to let go of the
Right.
Brady Jarrett.
what's the
Well,
one
they're
from the
winning.
Jets? Quinnen Williams. No one wants to let go of him. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, the only guys I see here, like I'm looking at like some top guys to be traded from some okay teams, like for stuff that we kind of need. Like Robert Quinn would have been kind of sick
That would've
for
been
us, but
dope.
it's like
Yeah.
it'd have been strengthening a strength in a sense.
For
you
a
know
fourth?
what I mean? But I know for a 4th, the Eagles are ridiculous. But I mean, a guy that I would love, but we just for some reason won't go after him, especially with how the Bears just sold on Quinn, bro. We got Roquan Smith.
oh,
He settles shit down. I mean, settle stuff down. You know what I mean? He guards Ertz. You know what I mean? He hits guys in the face. Like, I just love his character. He looks like a Raider. He acts like a Raider.
yeah, bro.
Like,
And we know he wanted to trade in the offseason too. So
The only thing with
we have money.
Roquan is you're going to have to sign or
And pay
trade
him.
inside, right? So
Yeah.
you got to give up
right,
capital
right.
and you're going to have to pay him too. Like, top of the market.
yeah,
And he might almost demand, like, if not second, maybe even a 1st. But I don't know about a 1st for a middle linebacker. But the cool thing is like you said, with teams that are expiring, like maybe a guy like who we should have got earlier was Stephon Gilmore, because the Colts are done. Like,
Yeah.
but it still would be a shot in the dark, I guess.
yeah. Having a linebacker of that caliber though would take this defense to a different level though. I think because you need a linebacker that plays
yeah.
fast, man.
For sure.
Man,
And
he
it's
changes how guys play.
Yeah, exactly.
And it seems like Perriman's banged up every other
Yeah,
series.
we have a tough time staying on the
Right.
field this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we need just some superstar player on the defense, bro. Like to take our defense over
We
that
need
hump,
another
man.
alpha.
Yeah,
I mean, we got Max, which we thought we were going to get that from Chandler Jones, but
and
Look,
then
we just need to offer up Abrams. Um, get Abrams up out of there. I went from loving Abrams to I can't. I don't even want to see him on the field, bro. I just don't want to
if they
see
make
him.
him a
I want to
linebacker,
see
they
him.
could have something though. Like just strictly linebacker, like
But the thing is like the way the league is now, like especially with like dudes like Andy Reid and stuff, like if you're on the field, they're gonna find a way to get the ball towards you.
yeah,
You can't hide players anymore. You know what I mean? You can't stand. They're gonna just motion Ertz right over there,
yep.
motion Andrews right over there, and they're gonna get them right on you and single you out, and we're gonna see it on Monday Night Football. Like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. You know what I mean? Over and over. They're gonna be like Chris Collinsworth, like he's unstoppable and against blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? So it's yeah. We would need a nice, like, we got some guys like our corner depth got hurt, so
yeah. I mean, we'll talk about that later, but you could definitely see in the last game, Nate Hobbs is definitely missing that secondary for sure.
Good news
I
is
love
he's
that
not
dude.
going to be out for the season.
Yeah,
like we had talked about last episode.
That's
Like,
true.
is he going to be out for the whole season? You know,
Yeah.
but apparently it's just 4 weeks. So
that's good. He's huge for us.
He was trying to
He's
play
pretty
on
much
that.
our superstar
He
player.
was trying to play
Yeah.
on that broken hand, but I guess the coaching staff
Man,
told him otherwise.
Well,
too
I
valuable.
think what the coaching staff is doing is they're seeing this, I don't want to say easy stretch, but lighter stretch.
It's
I
the
should
Raiders.
say.
It's the Raiders, bro. Nothing's easy for us.
Bro, we're going to go on this
Nothing's
win streak.
easy.
We're finna win like 5 straight. And then,
We'll talk about that later too. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
nah, nigga. We let it go.
We're ready. Don't let the Raiders win one game. We get hyped.
I know. Like true Raider fans, man.
Right.
Those Saudi Bowl videos be so right, bro. We took
Right?
the ball.
Yeah.
We hit a bowl forever.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Let's start with the recap of the Texas game. All right, we'll start with the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what we talked about.
That's what we
Let's
said,
get
man.
this run. Yeah, let's get this run game going. Josh Jacobs, as of right now, he is the best player on our team.
Facts.
Most dominant player on our team, period. Max Crosby has an argument, but as far as the offensive side of the ball goes, when you feed that man, just the way he's making people miss, even when defenders are beating our offensive line off of the line of scrimmage,
He'll still find a way.
he'll still find a way, bro. He's making plays out of nothing.
Yeah.
Negative plays that traditionally would be a negative play into a positive game. So they got the run game going. Devontae going early, and then it was just like pick your poison. Who you want to stop? You want to load the box? Damn, they were running against full boxes too.
Yeah.
You know, so the offense looked great, man. I mean, it was a little stale at first. In the first half, it was 10-10. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I was looking at my pops like, man, we're finna lose to the Texans, dude. You know?
Yeah.
And then they eventually got it turned around.
You could definitely see like we were talking about earlier, the offensive line is gelling together, getting the groove going. There's no other offensive line that makes, I forgot the actual term, but they create the most space for the running back, like off the rip, right? So we're ranked number 1 in that right now. So we got something going right there. There's something flowing. So let's see if we can continue this. Obviously, we spoke about it earlier. This 5-game stretch is crucial, right? We got to keep the same energy. Feed Josh Jacobs 30 times.
Yeah, that's it, man. I mean, Josh Jacobs is not the running back that you just get the ball to 5-6 times a game. You got to feed that man. You got to get him going. You know what I mean? So I think the target needs to be at least like 20 carries a game.
Facts.
At least, dude.
Right.
A lot of talk in the offseason about moving on from Josh Jacobs, and I think these last 3 games show us that we're going to have to franchise tag his ass or something, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I listen to the Raider Nation radio a lot, and no one's really brought up that point.
Yeah,
Like, even if you don't want to sign, they still have the opportunity to tag him.
facts.
Right.
And it's only 1.5 more than the 5th-year option, so it's not really like they're paying way more money to franchise tag him. So maybe
That's a really good point.
maybe the front office saw that and put that into consideration.
And I mean, with everybody we paid, who else is more deserving of a franchise tag right
That's
now?
true.
We hit everybody else. We got the Waller, we got the Renfro, we got the Adams, we got the Carr. You know what I mean? The linemen we signed them. We could sign them to whatever right now. They ain't earned a good contract yet. You know what I mean? And the guys on defense have been paid. Crosby, Jones. You know what I mean? And other guys can earn whatever they get, but nobody's coming up with a tag. No.
Hobbs is still on
like,
a rookie contract.
Yeah, so we're pretty good. So I think that I didn't think that. So that was a really good point you brought up, and I would love to see that. I was a little bit scared. I was mentioning, I was like, I'm scared Josh Jacobs will play his way out of and he's been playing so good, and he's a running back, and so hopefully we could tag him or figure out a contract that keeps him in Oakland.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I love him.
Yeah. Another thing too is it might be a little bit of recency and bias, right? Traditionally, Josh Jacobs hasn't been able to stay healthy, so I think that the Raiders are in a great position, right? Let's say that the rest of the season they give him a ridiculous amount of carries and they don't re-sign him. They got the most productive probably year of his career. You know what I mean? And
that's a good point.
So it'll be interesting to see. Regardless, they got him this year, right?
My bad. You wanna run that back? I got a phone call. It fucked everything up.
Wasn't recording.
Nah, hold on. I gotta put this shit on.
It probably was, bro.
Nah, because it did the 3-2-1 again, so that means it stopped recording.
Oh, I did see 3-2-1.
Yeah.
Man, you just missed my most fire point of this whole show, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Man,
way to go, Big. Way to
he was
go.
preaching. He was preaching,
dog.
I even told
I was in the flow too. You can't recreate that, man.
I even told Dylan to put his phone on DND, and I didn't. Oh shit! Fuck. I didn't put my phone on DND, and I told Dylan to put his on DND.
Wow.
All right, hold on. Let me do it while you doing it. All right.
My lame ass didn't even have to put it on D&D. Ain't nobody better hit me. That's the leadership on, by the way.
Stupid.
Yeah, just run back that point that you just had.
He forgot it.
Yeah, bro. We might as well go to the next segment. You fucked it up, bro.
Let's get to the defense of the Texans.
Yeah, what I was saying was that the Raiders are in a great position, right? Regardless, because let's say that they don't re-sign Josh Jacobs, they're going to be able to run him into the ground, regardless. I mean, to put it quite frank, right? And the biggest thing is just his health. Can he continuously do this week in and week out for another 10 weeks? So.
This is the healthiest it's been since forever, right?
Yeah, for sure. But the way he plays, man, he's physical.
Yeah. The thing is,
he says he doesn't want to run around people. I want to run through them.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, can Zamir White run the ball the same way he does? Because that's huge. Like you were saying, that he makes people miss behind the line of scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage. That's a huge attribute. So. To be determined what the coaching staff wants to do.
Yeah, and this offense is still gonna. I still think that we haven't tapped into what it could be through the passing game. I mean, there's moments and flashes when Carr's throwing 50-yard bombs off of 1 foot, and I think that eventually that'll come around. That's what I want to see from the offense, is just not a ground and pound play action game. We're not Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
I think our quarterback is way more talented than Tannehill is, and they're on a 4-game win streak.
Right.
And we got way more talent at every position, man. So
Waller and Renfro being dormant are helping the offense. So, hopefully moving forward, like all gels together. Everyone gets the system
Right.
down, and we have some continuity in having everyone on the field and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the biggest surprise, like I've talked to, like in like the last couple of videos, is Hollins. Such a great wide receiver too. We found who mainly was a special teams guy in the league up to now, and he's a great
He's a
find.
beast.
Yeah, dude, he's a dog, bro.
He's a beast, dude. He's built different. I like that dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, that fool pulled up to the game with no shoes on. You see that?
No, I didn't see that.
No shoes, no socks, bro. Just straight barefooting.
What the fuck?
That's some life. That's some life stuff.
All right,
He probably had
For
flip
real.
flops on in the back.
you want to talk about the defense, Dylan?
Yes, sir. Well, it's kind of hard to be impressed by our defense against a team of this caliber, in a sense. You know what I mean? And kind of vice versa with the offense. But I think pretty much the adjustment was the impressive part. Because the first half, and for really most of the game, in a sense, I mean, the Texans were the Texans. They're not a great throwing team, but they were able to run the ball when they wanted to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Damian Pierce is a different breed. So I think this kid, like, when I watch him play, like, how is he 20? He looks like a 8-year vet that just runs over guys for the past 7 years. Like, he just does this.
Right.
Like, he's super nice. You know what I mean? So the adjustment was really nice on defense. The cornerback situation, it's hard to judge against not a great quarterback, and then these guys are fresh to their first game, so them, playing for the first time and not really playing too great.
Yeah,
It's hard to judge that as well. So I think with all those new guys coming in, it was impressive. Chandler Jones got his first sack combined with Cleveland Farrell of all people for his first sack, so that's parity in itself. But I think with this game, it showed that it's like Chandler Jones has been itching at the quarterback the last 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I pretty much consider those holding calls against Denver, those are pretty much sacks. When you get 2 in a row, 10 yards back.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because they can't stop you. And then against the Chiefs, he was doing similar stuff. He was in Patrick, just couldn't get there. In this game, he finally got there. So hopefully, sometimes they come in bunches. Last year, Cameron Jordan get a sack to like week 7 or 8, and then he ended up with like 9 of them things.
Yeah.
So I think maybe he can get that. So I was impressed. I was impressed that it seemed like our defense improved through the game instead of vice versa.
yeah.
Can we talk about a pick six though? Bro, do we still get those? Man, it's been so long when we got one. I was like, "Where's the flag?" It didn't even seem real, bro.
I think it was 2016 or 2017 was the last time we had a pick six.
Yeah, man.
And I want to say I called Harmon. I was telling everybody that was one of my favorite pickups.
Yeah.
I'm like, the guy just around the ball a lot. He just throughout his career, he just always has a couple picks. Like he just stays around the ball. And I just loved it. That was an
Yeah,
impressive.
he's a solid veteran safety. I don't know what if we fucking had Abram back there, we would have been fucking fucked this season.
Oh, I mean, it could have came right to him, and he would have handed it to the receiver.
What I like that they've been doing with Abram though is that 3 safety shell. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but they've had 3 safeties in, right?
Yeah.
So they've had Harmon, Abram, and Morrig.
With him more closer to the line.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
so he's a little more in the box. So I mean, look, Patrick Graham, I like what he's doing. Our defense this year feels like it's a bend, don't break defense. Sometimes, sometimes
It's the Patriot
it's
way.
the Patriot way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you create a couple opportunities. I mean, look, this year it's week 7. Through week 7, we've had 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
We ain't had that in a
Right.
16-game season for like 20 years, bro.
That's
At
true.
least that's what it feels like anyway.
Yeah.
No, right.
What was definitely noticeable to me is that the cornerbacks, struggling out there a little bit. Anthony Averett's first game back, he plays pretty decent though. He's usually good in the nickel.
Yeah.
We'll see how he adjusts. He has a big role to fill. Nate Hobbs is out. Amik Robertson, He's very back and forth.
Yeah.
Needs
for
some.
sure.
We need Nate Hobbs back, and we need a cornerback too. That's what we need.
Hey, you know what we need?
What?
We just need we just need a receiver to call Meek
Sure.
once a
That's all.
game, bro.
I know. Just
He's gonna
Right.
ball out.
first drive.
I like that Rocky is saying he gave up like those 3 catches early, and then he was just locked down after that. You know what I mean? Like I guess he figured his spot out, and I think he's solid for us. You know what I mean? And he's been injured a little bit too, so I think.
Well, Nico Collins went down early too, and he was eating us up.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so maybe that was a big point
Yeah.
too, because he was 3 for
Yeah.
3 early. But I think he's an underrated receiver.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
He's a guy that no one knows, but this dude's ginormous. He's like built
Yeah,
like Mike
he's
Evans,
6'4".
just hidden in
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah.
But yeah, throughout this stretch, you know that DB room has to figure it out because
Big time.
we got some better receivers and some better quarterbacks coming up. So we're gonna speak about that. Now we're gonna move on to preview of the Saints game.
Yeah, I was gonna say not this week.
Not this week. Yeah.
Not this week.
Who you kicked it off last time, Mariano?
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and kick off the preview of the Saints, Dylan? Start
Yes,
on
sir, I got
either
you.
side of the ball. It doesn't matter.
Can we talk about them or talk about us?
Let's talk about our offensive side of the ball first. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think our offense against them. I was looking at the Saints. Their defense. Right now, we're kind of like in a good spot. Like their pass defense is like, obviously it looks a lot worse than it is but their run defense is really
Yeah.
bad. You know, and it's really like they can be passed on whenever, but teams can run at ease against them, which we're in a good spot, which is beautiful for us to see. So I would like for us to run the ball, and obviously their pass defense isn't much better than their run defense, and I'm not really worried about that. We don't get Devontae Adams because we're worried about corners. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we got Renfro, Waller, if he's healthy, obviously, and Adams. I don't care who the corner is. You know what I mean? That should be done. You know, but the run defense is weak, so I see us killing them, man. And I wouldn't even mind if Waller didn't play because I would like to see a heavy dose of Moreau blocking.
You think he's a better? You think he's a better
he
blocker
brings a-
than Waller?
Especially a limited Waller. You know what I mean? When Moreau blocks, like when he's on, he can block. And sometimes I don't know if his brain just turns off and then he lets smaller guys destroy him. But when we've seen him look bad sometimes, but when he turns that monster on, I mean, the dude is a physical specimen, and I just like us to run the ball, and let Andy Dalton and them throw the ball to us all game.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, next 5 games, feed Josh Jacobs. That's it. Nothing more to it. Nothing less. You know. You got any thoughts of the offense, Mariano?
Yeah. Well, obviously we have some history with the Saints head coach Dennis Allen, so I think he's going to. He was terrible with us. There's no doubt, and clearly he's a terrible head coach because they have a terrible record right now. But that's besides the fact. I think he's going to basically game plan. I think he's going to put together a good game plan, which I can foresee a slow start to our offense, and us eventually getting it going, kind of like we did against Houston, right? I honestly think that our biggest challenge is going to be the Saints defense this weekend.
Yeah.
Because they have the most talent on that side of the ball. And then on the other side of the ball, offense, we really only got to worry about Kamara. I'm not too worried about Michael Thomas, maybe Kamara and Olave.
He's going to be out. Thomas is most likely going to be out. That boy hasn't been practicing at all.
You said Kamara's out too?
Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah, Kamara.
Oh, yeah. And
Kamara,
Landry's still
Taysom, and Olave. Really, really the targets that we have to worry about. Especially Taysom, just because they move him all over the place and they do all that gadget stuff and whatnot.
Olave is tough too, bro. I like
Yeah,
that.
he's
Yeah.
nice, bro. I wanted him or London if we had that, but they would have been gone at our
Yeah.
draft pick.
No,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they were gone. But yeah, we'll see. They got to ride Josh Jacobs this week, and you know, hopefully they can get another 140-yard game out of him.
yeah. The Saints presser, Alvin Kamara said they're gonna whoop our ass for Dennis Allen.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said we think they're gonna
They're
whoop
cooked.
our ass.
That's bulletin board material, bro.
No, for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, they just got cooked. He just pretty much just signed them getting cooked.
Yeah, exactly.
Because look, one, our run defense is slept on. I don't think people give enough credit to our run defense. You said earlier, Josh Jacobs is our best player. I totally agree with that. I think underrated or pushing for our second best player is either Dylan Parham or like our most underrated is like Alex Bars. Like those dudes just move dudes, and they have an edge to them, and they've been a part of changing the way we play. Like
Yeah.
because it's like it's just open holes right there. Those guys are moving guys around, and I think since you guys say like now we're really gonna run the ball with Josh Jacobs. I don't care if it starts off slow. Like cool, we got 1 yard. I'm gonna just keep running, and I do agree that Dennis Allen will put on because he is a defensive minded. And I think Demario Davis and Josh Jacobs are going to meet a lot of times. It's going to be a great
Hopefully
game.
he's shaking him out of his boots. You know?
Right. It's just going to be hard to run through Demario Davis a
Yeah.
lot because he's one of the best.
Yeah, I just hope Tara Munford holds up in pass protection against Cameron Jordan too. That's something to watch too. But hopefully we're running the ball more than.
I like we played a lot of like if you notice we put a six lineman in there a lot. You know what I mean? And I mean and what kills a pass rusher is running the ball. Run it out.
Straight at him. Yeah,
sure.
That's the way to do it.
And he's no slouch in run defense, but I mean
One
that's
thing
how
our
you do
defense has to look forward to is the red rifles under center too.
Yeah,
So
forgot to mention that.
I mean, either one of them dudes, Jameis or Dalton will hand the ball over. So pick your poison.
Yeah, I kind of hope Jameis was in because we would get to see another pick six probably. You know what I mean? So.
right.
and they got two.
Well, didn't
they got
Dalton throw one?
They threw
Two, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But before that, he was like 4-1 before he threw that.
Yeah.
Threw to that
Right.
primetime game that they had.
Yeah.
So
Definitely a winnable game. Just like
Oh, and I also want to mention they're last in the league in turnover differential. So, like that's like one of the most telltale signs for a good or bad team in the league. You know what I mean? And they're minus 10.
oh shit.
You know what I mean? So they don't take the ball and they give it away. You know what I mean? And like I said, right now we didn't got our pick six, and we had the Broncos game was like. Did we get a pick against Mahomes? I think we did. Somebody got a pick. Did we get him once?
no, I don't think so. That boy lit us up.
No, I don't think we got him once, huh? No, I don't think we did get him once. We were just in his face a lot, but I don't know. I think the Saints will continue our streak of at least a pick or a fumble because they give that ball away.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's a definitely winnable game. Just like the next 5 games, which are crucial. If we want to stay alive for this playoff hunt and play meaningful games in December. So we have the Jags, the Colts, the Broncos, and the Seahawks, and then the Chargers. Next 5 games. The 2 toughest games are the last 2, the Seahawks and the Chargers.
Bro, Chargers is hurting right now too, though.
Oh yeah, they're very injured right now. They just lost J.C. Jackson, Mike Williams. Mike Williams should be back for that game against us, though.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen's hampered.
Yeah, Keenan Allen's always hurt. That's a given.
Joey Bosa dealing with
Anybody
that
that drafted him in fantasy
Oh,
is sore losers right now, for sure.
Yeah, I've got Keenan Allen and Jonathan Taylor and Cordell Patterson. all kind of just.
Man, you had my
man.
injury bug from last year, bro.
Oh, I mean, I got hit
Mariano's been
hard,
unlucky.
bro. Like I had Brian Robinson, he got shot. Like what the fuck?
Hey, ask Vic who's leading our league, bro.
Yeah, Mariano's number 1 in our league, and I'm like number 11. That's like
Hey,
bro.
Hey, Vic, I gotta ask
I
you.
was just number one. I was just number one, but injuries
That's so
waxed
weird.
me.
Hey, Vic, I gotta ask you, bro.
And I had Naeem Hines. I had Naeem Hines too. He went to sleep right after. I'm like, this old sleepy
Hey,
ass.
Vic, what happens if you come in last place this year, dog?
I can't kick myself out the league, can I? I don't know. I don't
Wow, he's
know.
like, bye guys. I'll never play
Yeah,
again.
he goes, all right, I'm passing the torch, y'all.
Oh shit,
Like, here's the
that'd
login.
be crazy. I hope I don't come in last place. Shit.
Nah, you gonna pull it out,
Right.
bro. Just like I did the past 2 consecutive years.
1-6, bro. I lost with Eckler.
Whoa.
Those last 3 games where he put up 30 points, lost all those games. Lost all those games, bro.
Bro, you might as well trade him to me.
Bro.
Oh my god, nah, man.
All right, dump him off. Dump him off. No, yeah, I've been losing like crazy, but it's cool.
It's early,
You gotta
bro.
make a run.
And,
Gotta make a run like the Raiders, man.
Got it.
bro, I'm gonna make a
Right.
run. You know why?
Why?
Because James Robinson just got traded,
To the
and
Jets.
I got ETN,
ATN?
bro.
Oh,
Yeah, he's nice
Yeah.
too. So, I got Kenneth Walker in my other league.
yeah. I got ATN.
He's been going off.
I wish I would have picked up Walker. I didn't think Penny was gonna give up the torch.
Yeah.
He had no choice.
Yeah.
He said, goodbye. And he said, here's the torch.
All right, man.
For real.
Let's get back on track. What are you guys' thoughts on the next 5 games?
Yeah. They just have to play efficient, good, sound, fundamental football, right? Let's get the run game established. Obviously, the play action, and slowly this passing game is going to click. And then hopefully our defense can just bend and not break. Simple as that, you know?
And then, my bad.
I was just going to say create a couple turnovers here and there each of these games. And honestly, the Jags game kind of scares me because the Jags aren't a terrible team like they have been traditionally.
Yeah, no, they've been playing better football as of lately.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, ETN. They got our previous wide receiver that we used to have,
Zay Jones.
Zay Jones. So we'll see. This week, I'm not too concerned about the Saints because they looked terrible last week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then after the Seahawks and the Chargers too, we have the Rams, Patriots, and Steelers. I think those are 3 winnable games as well.
Yeah.
The Rams are probably the scariest team on there. You can never discount the hoodie though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But definitely winnable games. So there's a silver lining. Get a win streak going.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, to me, the only of all the next 5 games, especially, the only game that scares me when I look at the schedule is the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're the only team that we play that's in positive in turnover differential. The Colts are second in turnover differential. Jags negative, Broncos negative. I think the Broncos, I feel very little of the Broncos like most people do.
Hold on.
They are a division
Nate
game.
Hobbs will be back by the time we play the Seahawks, though. Nate Hobbs will be back.
So that's big too.
And hopefully DK's still hurt.
And thing is, the best defense we play of the next 5 games is the Colts. Jaguars about middle of the pack. Colts are a good pass defense, and the Broncos have the second best pass defense. We don't need to pass.
We could run the ball.
We'll run on y'all
down the Colts all day, bro.
All day.
Yeah.
They can't do it. You know what I mean? And they can't really protect that well in that quarterback. So the next, I think the Jags started off 2-0. They're on a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah.
A lot of teams start off 2-0 every year, and then they be weak. They just still the Jaguars at the end of the day. Christian Kirk is still Christian Kirk. I'm not you start off bro, we're gonna slap them up. The thing that scares me is that these games we have 4 of the next 5 are on the road, which I didn't realize that until right now. We had Saints on the road, Jags on the road. We come home for the Colts. Then we got Broncos and Seahawks on the road.
Yeah, I think.
So that's to be the test.
We should. I forgot what team it was, but they had a stretch of 3 of the next 4 games were on the road, and they just stayed on the road. They didn't come back home. I got their team adjusted to being on the road and stuff. So I think Hopefully, Josh McDaniels.
Well, with the Saints and Jaguars, we should do that thing because those two games are
Right next to each
on the
other.
East Coast. After that, we'll be Denver and
Mm,
Seattle. So I think we could
yeah.
do whatever we want right there. But yeah, I think that'd be a good point, especially because we starting off this streak. We should stay on the road for these East Coast games. We have a 10 a.m. game in Jacksonville. Yeah, stay out there. There's nothing fun to do in Jacksonville except for get shot. So, or do Flocka. So stay in the house, and and we should slap them up. Seahawks scare me just because for some reason in the history of my entire childhood, Raiders cannot contain mobile quarterbacks by any means. And I like Geno Smith. I'm just rooting for him just because.
Has
why?
Geno
Why not?
been extending plays like that? I haven't been really watching any Seahawks game. Has he been using his legs and stuff?
He's been using his legs he's kind of been playing like a Russell Wilson, use them just enough. You know what I mean? And he's super accurate with the ball. I think he's either second in accuracy right now because he doesn't take too many risks. But they just DK might be gone in that game still. Locke gets beat up, and
Kenneth Walker's a boy.
I don't want to pass. Yeah, Kenneth Walker's a boy, but is he that much better than Dameon Pierce or? And we're gonna just to get a piece of Jonathan Taylor before we get to him, so that we'll know what we can do. If we can stop Jonathan Taylor, I don't care about Kenneth Walker.
But yeah,
and the Chargers, we're gonna get our get back.
Oh yeah,
at home,
getting our
get
back on the Chargers
without
a doubt.
And
we're getting
both
our
of y'all
back.
know that by the time we play the Chargers, Khalil Mack's gonna be hurt. He ain't even gonna be playing.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Joey Bosa will be out for the year.
By that time.
Derwin James will be
out for the year.
Kenneth Murray finna be gone too.
They coach are gonna use all the challenges for the season. They're gonna be like, you can't challenge no more for the rest of the season. You ran out.
Yeah, man.
So I think this is a great spot. And then would you say the next three games after that
the
was
Rams, Patriots, and Steelers. We're at Rams, but that's home basically, right? Patriots,
right?
I don't know. Patriots
on the road
at home, and then we're at Steelers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think those are all winnable. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because we are the Raiders, but we're in the best spot. You don't sign these great players for nothing. You can't win these games, then it's a
for
major
sure.
disappointment.
So I just wanted to highlight that glimmer of hope. I don't know what happened to Mariano. He got off the thing, but I just wanted to highlight that glimmer of hope for Raider Nation. So anyone that's down in the dumps off of this 2-4, right? 2-4 start. There's a silver lining to look forward to. A lot of winnable games, and I feel like we could get to the playoffs with 10-7, maybe 11-6.
Right, 7-4 is 5 games. 7-4 look nice. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for this podcast, bro. Thank you for coming on. Whenever you want to come on, bro.
Absolutely. Oh man, invite
it's been
me
a great
anytime.
episode.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, look, there he is.
All right.
My phone died, bro.
It's all good. We're just wrapping it up, bro.
All right, perfect.
Hey, especially if I win, I'm gonna come back.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
Be good
for
luck.
sure, we're gonna need you on. Permanent host.
Superstitions are real, bro.
Right.
I'm over here changing shirts at halftime and shit. You know what I mean?
No, dude, I've done it all. All right, I don't bet on the Raiders for them to win or lose because they don't do either one. I don't want to.
Never again, bro.
Oh shit.
Never again.
But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. This guest episode was fun. Like I was just telling Dylan Mariano, and I think that's it. We got everything covered, man. You got any last notes, Mariano? Dylan?
Right. That's it, man. Go Raiders, baby.
Real Raiders podcast. We're out of here,
win, baby.